everyone, and welcome back to our Take on Cruise with Shannon and Roger, or
Roger and Shannon.
my name is Shannon McKee with Access Cruise, and as always I have
Roger Blum with Cruise and Port Advisors. So most people think of Miami as being sunny Miami, but to keep Miami so green, it does rain, but the rain doesn't stop us.
no. In fact, you came today and you said, let's film anyway. Do you have a couple umbrellas? And I said, absolutely, Roger. I have a beautiful umbrella, and I have one extra just for you. Ainsley, let me borrow it.
Thanks. See, Shannon and I are equals, kind of, sort of.
Sorry, if you brought the umbrellas, then you got to choose first.
Next time I'll know.
That's right, I'll share my umbrella with you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Anyhow, so Shannon and I, as you know, we are so into cruising. We love the cruise industry, but we always talk about, not always, most of the time we talk about ocean cruising.
We do.
And there's so much more than just, I hate to say the word just in front of the ocean, but there's so much more than just ocean cruising.
Right, there's of course river cruising, and the river cruising is starting to boom in the US as it has done in the years and years and years over in Europe. In fact, Access Cruise has been working with Cruise the St. Lawrence for the last few years, and Cruise the St. Lawrence actually is the gateway into the Great Lakes, which is really becoming more and more popular. I was just having a conversation with Rebecca Yackley the other day, and she was telling me that this is their biggest year yet. It's something that is newly found for so many people with this small bespoke cruising to go to all these iconic ports up in the Great Lakes.
That's right, so who would have thought, we all think of Port Miami, Port Canaveral, all of these great North American ports. But what about the Port of Cleveland, the Port of Chicago, the Port of Mackinac Island? There are actually some pretty cool places to go.
I'm going to ask you a geography question.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Okay. This is unrehearsed. Wish me luck.
Of course it is. Can you name all the Great Lakes?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
Come on, you can do it.
Okay, there's Michigan, there's Erie, there's Superior, there's, go ahead.
H is Huron.
Thank you.
Ontario. We already named Michigan. Did you say Erie?
I said Erie.
And Superior.
So I said those three already.
So there you go.
Okay, so
you know how you do that, right? I look at the word homes, Homes, and then that way you can make sure you hit every one of the Great Lakes.
See, that's why it's nice. Sometimes we do collaborate, and we both, and I've said this before, we both bring something different to the table. Anyway, moving on. These ships are really great because some of these ocean-going expedition, exploration type of vessels have actually been designed to fit in the locks and through the bridges and all of these things to be able to get through the locks of the St. Lawrence into the Great Lakes and be able to go from one lake to the other. So the ships are actually designed for this. Viking's got a ship like that.
That's right.
And there's a few of these ships that are ocean-going ships that are able to do these type of cruises.
Yeah, we see a lot more of these ships coming through the locks now.
And they're international voyages because they sail between the United States and Canada. So they are still legally international voyages.
That's right. So it was nice to see that Viking is now sailing through. They have some new ships in the gateway. We also see American Cruise Line growing exponentially with 17 ships on the rivers and going up into the Great Lakes. We also have American Queen Voyages up there. So a lot of different voyages that are not, as you said, just river voyages, but also ocean voyages.
And the river is great. You started out talking about the American rivers.
Yes.
Many years ago, I did a cruise on a ship, a paddle wheeler called the Mississippi Queen.
Really?
It's so much fun going through these small communities and really seeing middle America and just the small towns. And you stop, you pull over, people are excited to see you. It's friendly, it's wonderful.
I have not done a river cruise before. I'm going to do my first river cruise at Christmas. We're going to do the Christmas markets between Munich and Budapest this year for the holidays, and I'm super excited. But you know what? Next, I want to go do a Great Lakes cruise.
Absolutely. Well, I would love to too, and it's just so great that the cruise industry has expanded beyond just the oceans.
Yes.
And the lakes are involved, the rivers, and it's just so much to do.
All right, so you bring Ree, I'll bring John.
What about kids?
I don't know. Ainsley did let you borrow her umbrella, so maybe not. Just the adults.
Thanks,
All right.
Ainsley.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.